56th Street is an east and west thoroughfare in the Indianapolis area that travels through middle-class suburban-like areas for nearly its entire length. Let's get to it, shall we? We start things off in Brownsburg, which is one of Indy's fastest growing suburbs. 27,000 people live here today, which is up from a 2010 population of 21,000. The median household income here is $70,000 per year, and 37% of adults 25 and older hold at least a bachelor's degree. The public schools here are some of the best in the state, and the crime rates are well below average. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. If you are unfamiliar with my videos, first off, welcome to the channel as I explore cities, towns, and other interesting places throughout the US. Secondly, I do speed up my videos in order to show more in a less amount of time, and you can always keep up with the real time that it takes me to drive in the lower left corner of the screen. You have some cornfields still in place between the main area of Brownsburg and the city limits of Indianapolis. You have to wonder how long it will be until more cookie-cutter housing takes over completely. I grew up living in 5 states as my family was constantly moving, and I kept hearing stories about how areas that are now suburban used to be all farmland. Maybe in 20 years my videos can illustrate what areas were like before a generation's time. Oh man, here we go. Now we're in Indianapolis, a city that has seen its violent crime rate spike to 1,300 for every 100,000 residents. But the areas of Indianapolis that we go through in this video are quite alright. Where we are currently is technically within the Indianapolis city limits. In 1970, the city of Indianapolis consolidated its government with Marion County, therefore expanding the Indianapolis city limits to the edges of Marion County in every direction. Only a few original communities were able to stay independent, the largest being Lawrence, which we will later travel through. This act allowed Indianapolis to grow in population from 476,000 in the 1960 census to 744,000 in the 1970 census. Today, Indianapolis is home to 876,000 residents as Hoosiers continue to flock towards the capital city from all of the other rural beat-up towns that make up the rest of the state. And even though the city has that many people, the metro area as a whole has only just over 2 million, keeping Indianapolis at medium market status. This is Eagle Creek Reservoir, and on the east side of the reservoir is the largest park in Indianapolis, Eagle Creek Park. Part of the park serves as a nature reserve, and there are plenty of hiking trails within the park. Other things in the park include a golf course, cross-country skiing paths for the winter months, an amphitheater, and a few places to launch your boat into the reservoir. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. On the south side of the road, which is to the right, is the NFL's Indianapolis Colts practice facility. Where we are currently is about a 15-minute or so drive from Lucas Oil Field in downtown, which is where the Colts play their home games. Indianapolis is made up of 9 townships. We are in the northwest township of the city, which is called Pike Township. Pike Township is home to 82,000 residents and sports a median household income of $50,000 per year. The median value of owner-occupied housing in the township is $145,000. Both the violent and property crime rate in the township are only slightly above average. We are now in the north-central township of Indianapolis, which is called Washington Township. I'm not sure why I turned left here, and getting mixed up a little happens sometimes, I guess, when you drive around everywhere. Anyway, Washington Township is the most affluent township that makes up Indianapolis. 139,000 people live within, and the median household income is $58,000 per year. 54% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. The road name does change from 56th Street to Kessler Blvd. Eventually, the road does curve towards the north, which gets it away from the imaginary straight line that 56th Street travels through the city. There is no 56th Street bridge over the White River, so once we cross, I'll turn right to get back towards where we want to be. If you were to turn left on College Avenue, it wouldn't be long before you reach the Broad Ripple district. Broad Ripple is basically a popular place to go out and get drunk. If you don't want to go to downtown for your night out, this is where you would go to bar hop instead. On the right is Bishop Chatard High School, which is a Catholic prep high school, big football school. Zach Martin, who is an NFL All-Pro offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, went to school here. And now we are in Lawrence Township, which is home to 125,000 residents. The median household income is back to being around $50,000 per year. However, 20% of the residents here are living in poverty. There are some sketch areas in Lawrence Township, but not necessarily where we will be for this video. We are now within the city limits of Lawrence, which back in the day used to be Indy's biggest suburb. On the left is Lawrence Central High School, which is big in athletics. Trey Robertson, who plays corner for the Chicago Bears, went to school here, along with the 2019 NCAA Final Four Most Outstanding Player, Kyle Guy, who now plays for the Sacramento Kings in the NBA. Lawrence has a reputation for crime, however the violent crime rate here is only a little bit above the national average, and the property crime rate is right around the US average. The part of Lawrence that we are currently in is pretty safe. It's basically the parts of the city that are south of 56th Street that experience the most crime. The population of Lawrence is 49,000 people and the median household income is $52,000 per year. It's not a bad place to settle down in as long as you live north of 56th Street. The public schools perform above average as well, and the housing is more affordable than the snobby suburbs further north of Carmel and Fishers. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. And right around here, 56th Street starts to transition from suburban to rural. We're almost outside of Marion County, and once we cross the county line, you'll see that there's hardly any suburban development. Normally I would end the video here, but who knows if this land will ever grow into suburbs. If so, down the road you'll be able to thank me for seeing what the area used to look like. Hancock County has experienced a growth in population every census count since 1940. Today, Hancock County is home to 76,000 residents, and towards the end of this video is a charming countryside lake, which is where the road ends. Well, I guess this lake is called New Ditch? It's nice though nonetheless. Well, that's about it for this video. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, as doing all of these things helps these videos out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video of an area near you. On my channel, you can find various playlists that organize my content in different categories, and that way you can find other videos that I've made that might interest you as well. We'll see you next time. Peace!